Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on this stylized rendering effect in Unreal Engine 5. So this is the final demonstration of the shader that we are going to implement at the end of this session. So this is a post-process effect in action. This is how it looks in the gameplay. So this is not like 100% cel shading, it's more like some stylized shading with the effects or with all the effects that is available with the usual rendering that we have in Unreal. So yeah, let's see how to implement this today. Okay, let's create a new project using third person with default settings. Stylized rendering. Right, so this is the project. Let me create this open world map because this looks good for testing. Let me save this. Open world. Right, now here I am going to utilize post-process effect. So create material folder, MPP stylized. So I'll set the material domain to post-process because this is going to be a post-process material, and then we only have the emissive color. So using post scene texture, using scene texture we can access the already rendered image into the screen, already rendered image in the GPU that is going to render into the screen. So here I'll use post-process input, and if I directly connect it, we will see the post-process, the usual image that we are going to see without any change. So here, if I desaturate this, we will get a black and white version of the same image. So this is how we are going to get started. So to test this, in here we need to have a post-process volume. Let me place one, and I'll make it infinite extent so that it will be applied to the whole world. And here, as where is post-process material? Here. Let's add the post-process material, change this as this to asset reference, and assign this MPP stylized. Now you can see this everything became black and white. Right. So let me disable this by setting this weight to 0 and add few more objects here for testing. Let's add a _. Okay, and sphere. Right, sun is over there. let me move the sun to this direction so we can observe the shadow and see how it affects our material post-process effect. Let's have the sun over here. By the way, if you don't know, here we can use Ctrl and L to get the controls of the sun direction. Right. Okay, now we have the shadow this side and the lights this side. So let's also add few colors to these materials so we can see how they work. With the post-process effect. One red and one green. Okay, let's make this one green, the sphere red. Also, let's add a cylinder in white. Right, now here let me select the post-process volume again and set the blend weight of the post-process effect to 1. So now everything is black and white as expected. So how do we make this like a cel-shaded stylized effect? Let's do that first. So the first thing I want to have is this. I don't really want this smooth shading, so I want to cut it off and have some rough edges where the shadow starts and where the light starts. So for that we need to know, we need the lighting details. And also one more thing, so here under post process blendable location, there are few options here. So if I set this to before tone mapping, this smoothness is somewhat reduced, but still it's not that noticeable. Right, now to get the lighting details, what we can do is we can access, let's duplicate this one, this post process input give us full colored image, and also we can access this diffuse color. So this gives us only the basic colors without lighting data. If you want to preview that, we can just connect it to emissive color, and if I apply it, this is how it looks, the basic colors without any lighting details, right? So if I multiply basic colors with the lighting details, what we are going to get is the fully shaded image. So in order to get only the lighting details, what we can do is we can, so let's divide this by these color values and use that input. So this is how it looks here. Let's apply. All right, now we actually have the color values also, and this flickering is why did that flickering happens? I'm not sure. So okay, oh, so let's desaturate before dividing and use that. Right, now we only have the lighting data here. Great. So then what I want to do is here is instead of having this smooth shading, because here we can have like the values ranging from +1 to 0, 0 to 1. So instead of, I need to have bands in order to get like cel shaded effect. So for that I have created this texture. This is actually, so here what I'm going to do is, so these are the bands that I'm going to have. We have only white, then some grayish, then some black. So if I use this texture here, oh, before that we have to, there are some settings we need to do. Disable sRGB and here change to linear color, right? And also tiling method set to clamp. Right, now if I map the x coordinate using this lighting value for some x coordinate between 0 and let's say point somewhere around 0.33, we will get black, and for values in between 0.33 and 0.66 we will get this color, and after 0.66 we will get white. So if I connect it like this, see, now we can see clear bands like this. Okay, and then if I multiply this scene color again, with the output of this operation, we will get colors. Right. To fix this error, we can append vector constant, because we need to have a float 4 here. By doing this, we can convert this 𝐵/G value to a float 4. Right. Now see, now again we have the colors. This is fine, but we have lost all the details of the sky and the ground, because if I disable this, you can see the color sky is blue and white shadows, white clouds, but all those details are vanished because this diffuse color, for the diffuse color we don't really get any input from the sky material. And also this, some here we can see some brownish or yellowish tone in the ground, in the landscape, but that's actually coming from the direction light and skylight and all this combination. So all those details are lost to us. So maybe instead of using this color, what if I multiply with this color? And right now we have this somewhat of a cel shaded effect and the sky. So sky doesn't really have any difference, right? So as the to increase this effect, now we have this cel shaded like, not exactly cel shaded, cel shaded like effect. So to increase this effect, I have created this pencil stroke texture. This is a seamless texture that I have created in Photoshop. Actually I got the pencil strokes and did some manipulations inside the Photoshop to make it seamless. So now let me import it here and multiply it with this effect, with this with the output here. Then let's use that output here. Apply. So now this really looks nice actually. So it has this sort of drone like effect, like a drone with a pencil or something. So if I play the game, so still this the character doesn't really look like a tone shaded one because of this material that used in this character. So let me person game mode, let me get an instance of this character here. So to process, right now we get this character, fine. So how to make this one also looks like cel shaded. So for that, here let me open the material of this character. Right, this is the material, and here if I get the diffuse color and preview it, you see this becomes completely black, so this doesn't have any color. So that's why we don't really get that effect here. So let me open this material. So here actually it's quite complex, as you can see. So let's create just a basic material. This is mannequin's texture, right here. Many basic. So let's use only the base color texture, which I can get from here. this is Manny, that means the male character, Quinn is the female character. Let's get both normal and base texture. And also let's define a tint color as well. Pink maybe. Right, now from this one I'll create an instance because we have two materials. Oh wait, both of these should be converted into parameters so that we can override them. Here, Queen, this one, and Queen 002. Okay, now let's use this material. Okay, great. Now it does have base color. Then here, let me apply this again to have the changes back. Right, now it does looks better than before. We have the shadows, this cel-shaded shadows. Okay, and actually I'm happy the way this looks. Alright, so here I'm going to stop this episode. Right, so here is the final demonstration of with the character. And yeah, I'm going to stop this episode right here. Thanks for watching. As always, project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.